Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Star Trek New Horizons. So this time I actually have hard drive space. So in this part we are, well, one, it'll hopefully be a somewhat longer than usual part. By that I mean it'll be probably closer to 40 minutes or so. And this part I think we're going to go and try and see if we can piece together the Federation real quick. So, as I mentioned in the past, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the past, it's probably best that I actually let the Vulcans stay independent to a degree, because their tech level is listed as superior to us, and if I invite them as our fourth member, and and obviously we form the Federation with them, I don't inherit their tech. So, I mean, whatever tech they have on their ships, whatever buildings they've researched for their planets and they've already upgraded, all that stuff stays. But I don't get it automatically for my planets. I still have to research that technology. So it's actually probably better for me to let the Vulcans stay independent and then just constantly make research agreements with them on a regular basis. So, I mean, I'm actually thinking we might end up doing that. So in that case, we'll probably try and get, say, the Tamarian Unity, or hell, even the Nausicaans, since they have been invited, and if we can get them to stop disliking me and the Bolian League, we would get closer to inviting them. Their main reason for not wanting me to invite them is because my war philosophy forbids wars of aggression. So it's actually better if the Andorians invite them once they've stopped disliking me and the Bolian League. And of course the distance modifier will decrease if the Andorians invite them. So, yes. Also, apparently, I guess we're both Democratic Crusaders, they actually have a plus 10 to wanting to join, which is actually interesting. Also, do I have a research agreement with you? I do. Okay, I've got it till 2190, so 6 more years. Okay, well, who else could we maybe try to get into the Federation? Well, we could try and get Bajor. That's probably not going to happen. They don't like the Andorians or the Bolians right now, so they're not going to want to accept, at least. We could even go and get somebody tiny, like the Betazoid houses or the Sharonite Nation. And the Sharonites would actually be interested in joining, but they're not really a good fourth member. The Nausicaans or Tamarian Unity, I think, are the best two. I mean, hell, even the Ferengi would actually be pretty good. But they hate me, the Andorians, and the Bolians, so yeah, we're probably not going to be getting them in. And in fact, they also already have association status with the Golden Concord, so they're probably going to end up joining them. And of course, once we form the Federation, we can just hop on into the Golden Concord and say, hey guys, it's time for me to basically integrate all of you. Because yes, as the Federation, you can basically just hop between coalitions and basically just swallow up people in there peacefully. And we might actually take advantage of that to a degree. Although I will try to avoid abusing it if at all possible. To a degree, at least. But let's go ahead, get the game running. I did realize that I forgot to upgrade the photon torpedoes on our ships. So let's go ahead. I mean, I don't have any of the patrol frigates built anymore, but that doesn't hurt to make sure they're upgraded in case I do build some later. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Go ahead, get you upgraded. And then remove all your upgrades. I just don't want you listed as auto. So let's go and actually upgrade you guys real quick. Get you your Photon Torpedo 2s. Yeah, we still got a ways to go until we'd be able to even try to deal with these pirates. We need probably something along the lines of 2,000 fleet power, which isn't going to really happen as United Earth. So those pirates are going to be a problem for a long time. And of course, I would love to build up this stuff. Huh, these now produce also minerals and food. Interesting, and they changed the name to Trading Center rather than Spaceport. Oh, and apparently you can upgrade it to specialize it in minerals, food, or energy, I'm guessing. Interesting. They changed that since the last time I recorded this. Because it was never like that. It was just a flat 10 energy credits previously. Hence, well, why I built it on an energy credit tile. Oh, but it's nice to know nonetheless. Let's go ahead and put you there for the extra energy credits. And let's go and upgrade those 2 buildings. You will not have a job unless I clear out one of these mountain ranges with toxic kelp. I'm making 8 energy credits. It's not a whole lot. So let's go ahead and clear that out. Build you a power plant and build you a basic industry lab. So we can get the cruisers a little bit sooner. Because cruisers will be helpful. The Cardassians have made a non-aggression pact with the Romulans. I don't really like that. Also, turns out I have to upgrade some of my food tiles. So I should probably do that. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so the starport now does minerals. The commodity exchange uses minerals as its maintenance rather than energy credits, and it produces 8 energy credits. Now, to be honest, minerals are probably one of the more important resources compared to food. Food is almost never really something you're hurting for in my experience. So we're going to hold off on that. Because I would love to go with the seed exchange. It doesn't produce as much energy credits, but again, minerals are necessary for everything. While food, it's only really needed to grow pops and eventually reach a point where you're not going to be hurting for food. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go and build a ecological preserve. No, we're going to build a hydroponics farm down there. I'm going to drop you on that tile so when you're fully grown, you produce additional food, because we're actually only making 1 food right now, which means we're not really getting any surplus or bonus growth speed due to a surplus. We get a little bit, 1%, because we have 1 extra, but that's not going to last very long. In fact, we're probably going to be hitting the starving point in just a little bit because of the number of different pops that I have growing on various planets. In fact, I think I might go and drop a... I'm going to cancel that. I would love a hydroponics farm built right there. If you don't mind, game. I would love for that to get cleared and build, obviously, again, a hydroponics farm there. Okay. After an extensive search of the seabed on Raze using a small fleet of mini-submarines, the crew of the USS Dawkins finally managed to corner the elusive target of their search, a live tar block. The shimmering creature, which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most organics, was brought aboard the science ship in a special water container simulating its natural environment. The crew members of the USS Dawkins that came into direct contact with the tar block will require extensive therapy, but the mission has been a success. Okay, but we still have some of these that we can't, I guess cannot. Oh, no. Yeah, so we got these down here. Although you are... Okay, you're getting that one. So you go down there and get that one, I guess. Where are the other ones, though? Ah, yes, the other 2 are in... Okay, actually, we got one here in the Bolian. So, you know what, go for the Bolian one. We'll have the USS Asimov go and deal with the one in Ursa Majoris. There we go. We're not quite starving on the food yet, but we will be if this guy doesn't get his hydroponics farm up soon. I really should clear out some of Mars's stuff there, and I'll do that eventually. Okay, you hydroponics farm. And I'm going to move some of you people around for the additional food. You will give me minerals in exchange for my star charts, sure. In fact, you were also going to give me your star charts as well, so that's beneficial to a degree. Let's go ahead and get that upgraded. Our research agreement with the Andorians has expired. They don't actually have that much extra tech that we don't. Also, because I don't know how long it's going to take for me to form the Federation, let's just go ahead and kick that up for 30 years. Because we can. Okay, there we go. Now we're making 9. Huh, they must have changed the curve on this a little bit, because I remember it used to be half. I remember it used to be like if you were making a surplus of 10, you got a growth increase of 5%. Not what it is now, apparently, where a surplus of 9 is giving me 12. So I'm thinking the mod must have changed that in whatever file it is that handles how the surplus is done. Okay, the Tazargoid is an extremely lethal predator that stalks the dense jungles of Axanar at night, paralyzing its prey with electric shocks before sucking their brains out with its tube-like mouth. That doesn't really sound great. Unfortunately, 3 of the crew members from the USS Asimov were lost to these creatures before a specimen could be secured. The Museum of Exobiology on Earth will rename one of its wings after these brave officers in honor, or to honor their sacrifice. Okay, so we ended up with some red shirts dying. As per usual, you've always got to have dead red shirts. One down here, one up there, 2 over here in Cardassian. We're not going to be able to deal with the Cardassians. Also, yes, these guys are your vassals. And somehow they have overwhelming naval capacity. How? They have a single system with a single planet. And they somehow have a straight up overwhelming naval capacity compared to me. I just don't get that, game. Also go and upgrade the starports. You know, it's probably partly because we don't really have any starports built in most places, so let's go and get some of those. Also, the Rigelian Consortium wants a research agreement with me. Out of curiosity, how much extra tech do you have that I don't? Mostly physics. Well, you know, physics doesn't hurt. It's nice to have extra physics. And who knows, you might even give me pulse phase cannons. Or at least speed up my research towards them. Nope. I don't know what you... Presumably you guys have... No, you guys don't actually have a navy, do you? I'm guessing you don't actually have a navy. Nope, you do not have a navy at all. Or at least that's a safe bet. Okay, we've learned to go and clear that. And now we've got useless tech. So we can learn how to build slave armies. Which isn't going to happen because we are United Earth. We don't enslave people. We can learn how to get the visitor center and visitor district, which do the same exact thing. So I'm not sure what's up with that in 1 second. Okay, let's see. As I was saying. And we could go and get bunkers, which are actual buildings that we have to build, which honestly I don't think are that great. Because while they increase planet fortification toughness, much like the planetary shields in the base game, again, they're an actual building. You gotta pay maintenance on them. And generally speaking, it's easier just to make sure your planets don't get invaded in the first place. In my opinion. So I don't personally think Global Defense Initiative is a particularly worthwhile building or research to get. So we shall go with the comparatively longer research time of galactic tourism. And who knows, maybe we'll finally get some Vulcans or something to come to our worlds. fact, actually, I'm curious to test this out. Because, again, we have nothing but humans on our planets. For whatever reason, that's just the way it is. So I'm actually going to go here. Wait, what was that? Rogue preference. Okay, they prefer rogue planets. Interesting. Let's sort by species name in descending order. Thank you. Vulcans. I'm gonna go and give you guys full citizenship, and we'll see how this goes. Will any of you come to our worlds? Probably not, because, well, one, you prefer arid worlds. Which, of course, means your habitability on continental is only 65%. So you're probably not going to come to any of my worlds. But hey, I'm going to give you a chance. Because you guys just straight up say no every time. Okay, 1 second again.
Station complete. Incoming transmission.
I just realized I had my microphone muted the entire time. Whoops. Yeah, so as I was saying, hopefully no more interruptions. And in response to the Tellarites, they're just asking for active sensor links. I don't like giving people active sensor link because it allows them to see my fleet. I mean, granted, if they have good sensors, they can see my fleet anyway, so it doesn't really mean much. But still, I don't like them being able to see my fleet, especially when it's something as puny as an 862. Although, it's not really that bad, I guess. Could be worse. And as I also mentioned, I removed the plans to build a spaceport for Mars, because they don't actually need one right now. It's actually better for me if they don't get one. And this is going to take a while. Let's see, I could go and build some more mining mining stations, so I am actually kind of hurting for energy credits, again, as per usual. And our scientists died because they're not immortal. There we go, I'll give you that. I mean, you're currently researching something in the biology field, but statecraft will be helpful nonetheless because it is a society thing. Oh, and we've moved into a new era. So, buried deep in the bowels of Earth's space dock, a quiet revolution in starship design has taken place. For nearly 5 years, Captain Carter Lynn of the Starship Design Bureau has led a team of experts in fields of warp theory and metallurgy, all striving to provide Starfleet with a new generation of vessels fit to take Starfleet's message of peaceful exploration across the quadrant. Smooth white duranium alloys, bright gold pico fiber deflector dishes, and spiral vortex Buzzard collector domes offer substantial advantages over preceding technology. Acknowledged. Which, this, I guess, just gives me a new leader. Yes, a level 4 leader who's probably never going to get to level 5. Well, actually, no, they might. Also, let me see. What do we got for you now? Well, you're not particularly going to be great down here in engineering right now, but you are better than the leadership experience gain individual that I currently got situated here in physics. So we're going to go and swap you out. I believe it was better. You're a 9. Nope, it's pretty much the same. But I'm going to go with May Carter Lynn because, well, she also has Voidcraft, which could be helpful in getting us some new engines. Also, our ships... Well, these ships won't upgrade. Their designs will not change. But if we pull up the ship designer, voila, we now have the original series ship designs. So, yeah, that's the thing. And, oh, we actually have new construction ship designs, because this did not used to look like that. And same with the colony ship. It used to look the same as it was before. Science ship, it changed, but it doesn't quite seem to have the same feel as the other ships. Maybe it's just to me. And the transport ship is also actually the same as the colony construction ships, just a little bit smaller. But yeah, as I said, these guys won't change their design. They will stay looking as the NX classes until they basically get blown up. But any new destroyers that I build will have the look of these things. And it's nice because we are well on our way to getting the cruisers, which means we will have the, I believe it defaults to Constellation class. But don't quote me on that. Terra Nova, you need a new, upgrade your spaceport further. Also, move some people around for the additional food. It's always helpful. Orinthy secured. The small rodent-like creatures known as Orinthy are native to Hyekus, where their habitat extends across most of the planet's diverse climatic regions. They breed at an extremely rapid rate and seem to have a particular fondness for chewing on electric cables. Procuring specimens was not a problem. In fact, after the initial creatures were collected, more of them made their way onto the USS Dawkins by hitching rides on the science ship's orbital shuttles. Exactly why the Museum of Exobiology requested Orinthy specimens remains a mystery. Because they breed extremely rapidly, and they have a fondness to chewing electric cables. I'm sure there are scientists interested in those two things and figuring out why. Especially why they have a fondness for chewing on electric cables. You go, survey that system. Because, yeah, you don't really have anything else you can do now. Okay, we're about to get the pulse phase cannons and our scientist down in engineering. Our lead scientist down in engineering ranked up. Better way to phrase it. Also, I don't really need you anymore. Yeah, I think it's time for you to retire. Joel Scott. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get you to retire. You're not gonna be working anymore because we got a 43-year-old in charge of physics, 38-year-old in charge of society, and a 67-year-old in charge of engineering. And you were already 73, which puts you at the increased chance of death. Oh, and our leader has gotten the Eye for Talent trait, which means new leaders will cost more, but they will also start out better, which is always nice. Are you guys now more inclined to join? Nope, you still don't like people. You still don't like people. Yeah, you're not gonna be doing much. You're a migratory flock. Interesting. Oh, but let's go ahead and read this real quick. So, Galanthus are large, flat herbivores that have evolved eternal gas pockets, enabling them to hover a few centimeters above the ground. They move about in herds consisting of a few dozen animals grazing on the mass and lichen that can be found on the windswept plains of 61 Ursa Majoris 4. They are ruthlessly hunted by the planet's apex predators, and our biologists on the USS Asimov, because there's more than one, estimate that only a few hundred Galanthia herds remain. One of these, consisting of 9 animals, has been successfully collected and will be brought back to Earth. Okay, out of curiosity, what are you guys like in terms of skills? You're talented. Okay, you're strong, which is actually not bad, because it means you make more minerals, which is certainly helpful. You are fleeting, however, which means you don't live very long. But I suppose I can welcome some of you guys into my planet, or to my planets, in case you want to come and visit. And I mean, you love continental worlds because you live on one, so in theory you guys should be willing to come over. Shit. Okay. Well, you know, Andorians, it would have been helpful if you shared that information. That planet, or that system, had some space amoebas that apparently want to kill me for whatever reason. And let me see. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, I see, I see. If I upgraded this to a spaceport, I can swap out what I want. Oh, that's interesting. That is actually an interesting mechanic. So I could upgrade that to a spaceport and decide, you know what, I don't want the minerals, I want, say, high-tech goods, or religious artifacts, or entertainment products. Interesting. Yeah, our first contact protocols are peaceful, so I don't know why those space amoeba want to kill me. But they do. I can't really do anything to stop them. USS Asimov. Go and do the job that the Dawkins was supposed to do, but is now not going to be doing because, yeah, they had to run away with their tail between their legs because space amoebas are apparently evil. Who'd have thought? We're going to hold off. I'm not going to... Oh, there we go. Soma's finally finished. So, Soma has high gravity, which means it's going to be a little bit expensive to build buildings, but it's worth it. Okay, first things first. Let's get a basic mine and a power plant up and operational. You're going to be working on the mine, however, because, well, minerals are always good. And, yeah, I think we're going to go and try and kill that space amoeba once we have our pulse phase cannons. Which I don't think I actually read this. Modulating a phase cannon's particle beam allows some non-nation particles to be filtered out, with pure nation emitters entering testing. It won't be long before phase cannons are replaced with true phasers. Okay, I have the option of either getting station reactors, which I don't have any stations researched, so this is worthless, or getting industrial scale antimatter production for power plants. Sure. Also, I get the feeling I'm supposed to have something. Yes. Wait. Yes, I feel as though, because they... See, this is the problem. So they added in, I guess, some, modules for stations. Wait, what kind of stations are we talking about here? Because it says it's a building, not listed as a module. So I'm a little confused on that. But whatever. So yes, I guess they added some station power generators that actually produce power that goes into your treasury. Now, I don't know where these go, exactly, to be completely honest with you. But we're going to be unlocking the Tier 3 version of them. We'll be completely ignoring Tier 1 and 2, because technically speaking, it's impossible for us to get our hands on those. The only way we'd get our hands on those would probably be for me to go and use the research technologies cheat to, well, basically auto-research all the technology in the game, which we don't want to do. But that, again, that'd probably be the only way we would get the tier 1 and 2, but who the hell cares about tier 1 and 2? And we can automatically get tier 3 anyway, so yes. But I mostly just want it for the normal power plants that I can slap onto here and upgrade. So yes, we're going to do that. Also, let's go ahead and slap the new pulse phase cannons. So 8 to 24 compared to 7 to 22. They have the same range. Okay, yeah, everything about them is the same. It's just more damage, which is fine. Destroyers, go and slap you on there with the tier 3 ones for our Enterprise class destroyers, which I don't actually know what class this ship should be. I'll be completely honest with you. Let's go ahead and upgrade this. Ah, there we go. Now we have 901, and we do have our shields. Yes. Okay, well, we're going to go and send the Jakarta, and Philadelphia out to go and kill a space amoeba, because the damn space amoebas are evil. Nobody ever told me that space amoebas were evil, but apparently they are. So we're gonna make sure they don't do evil things to us anymore. And by that I mean scare away our colony ships. Where are you going? You're going to Soma. Okay, that's fine with me.
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
Ow. Really? More evil space amoebas? Okay, you need to go repair. So you go to Epsilon Indy, I guess, to repair. It's a good thing that we can repair in friendly territory. Also, the first fleet's going to be probably going there, beating the crap out of it for a bit, running away to heal, and then going back to beat the crap out of it again. We'll see if that ends up actually being the case, but I think it will be. Also, we're about to get the cruisers in about a year. Well, a little less than that. You want my star charts, you'll give me your star charts, and you'll give me minerals as well. Thank you very much. We met the Rio Indians. Don't know about who you guys are. Don't recall anybody ever spawning down there before, so you must have been a spacefaring, or excuse me, an early space age nation. Or, excuse me, primitive, whatever. And just so happened to progress to space now. So I think this is going to be sort of a randomly generated empire. But I don't know. We'll see. You guys still don't want to join, correct? Very much true. Again, the Andorians will probably have to be the ones to invite you. Seriously? Again? Crystalline entities this time. We're going to kill those things as well. They're getting in the way of our mission of peaceful exploration, and so we're going to send our, well, relatively speaking, old... Technically they're supposed to be old. Not really that old. Ships to go beat the crap out of these things. I don't know how well we'll actually fare here, because it's 9 against 3. Although, technically, considering they're only showing 1 diamond there, these are supposed to be, like, basically... fleet, or patrol frigates, which is, what in the base game? Corvette? I believe it's Corvette. Also, I don't think I ever mentioned, this is part 7. Yeah, a little late to mention that now. But yeah. So welcome to part 7. Halfway through part 7. Hopefully our shields hold. There goes our photon torpedoes. Failing miserably to hit the target. No, no, fuck you, Cardassians. I don't need you. Okay. Shields on the Jakarta are holding, but shields on the Chicago are dropping fairly quickly. Like I said, we're probably going to have to run away to repair. But I want to maximize damage. Oh! Damn it, this guy has the unyielding trait, so he can't emergency FTL. We might actually end up losing one of our destroyers then. You know, Andorians, you know what I would love? Is if you sent the first guard to come and help me out. I know you're not going to, but it would be great if you could. I mean, you'd be able to then get a share of any special research that these space amoebas have. Oh, we met the Gorn. Okay. I guess that's the Gorn down there. Yeah. There's somebody else over there, though. It's not the Gorn. Don't know who they are. I bring greetings from Empress No Name II, the undisputed ruler of the Gorn hegemony. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your worlds. Our citizens greet you in peace. Okay, maybe we won't lose any. Okay, there we go. Now we just gotta go and kill the space amoeba mothers. Now, Philadelphia needs to get itself in a spot where it's not getting shot at, preferably. Oh, there we go. We got the cruisers now. Let's go and get the better labs. It's always helpful. And here's our cruisers, and it defaulted to Poseidon. Again, I believe it's supposed to be Constellation. I'm pretty sure about that. That could be wrong. Also, let me see. You have Advanced Tactical. Let's go and slap you with Advanced Tactical. And game. Upgrade it as you see fit. And you think this is good. I'm inclined to agree. I think it's okay. I could probably make it slightly better in some regards, but it's good enough for me. You do actually need those, huh? Yes, they generate 50 power, and you only got a surplus of 19. Okay, Philadelphia, you need to get yourself in a spot where you're not getting shot. I would really love for the Philadelphia to not die. Also, what ship are you... And, of course, our admiral stationed on the Philadelphia. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Before the Philadelphia... Yes! Oh, thank God. Okay, you guys go repair. And you guys just auto-explore now, because, yeah, I'm not gonna micro you everywhere you go. Just go. Go and upgrade you. What upgrades do you have? Oh, yes, of course you have upgrades. No, you shouldn't. Ah, that's why. You got the shields and stuff. Yeah, you don't need those, just so you know. So, no, you don't do anything. You stay there and look pretty, I guess. Whatever. Oh, well, I guess you could upgrade your sensors. It doesn't hurt. Okay. Now, let's see. I need to upgrade... Oh, I don't have to upgrade to level 4 spaceport. Wonderful. It's just going to cost me 2,019 minerals to make one Poseidon-class cruiser. Which, again, I'm probably going to go and rename to Constellation, because I'm pretty sure that's the class name of the Enterprise from the original series, was the Constellation class. But I could be remembering wrong. Also, apparently, I guess the Cardassians didn't really care to try and enforce their demand. They told me to be their vassal. I said no. They said, okay, that's fine. We were just kidding. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're about to get the visitor center. Do we still have no non-humans within our empire? Yep. Okay. Well, let's see. The Sharonites like continental worlds. So I will give you guys full citizenship, and we'll see how you feel about visiting Earth now. Guessing you still don't give a crap. Yep, that sort of seems to be the case, is you still don't give a crap. And yes, I'm guessing there definitely has a bug with the Zindi, because they definitely should have occurred by now. They should occur before you exit the Enterprise era ships and uniforms. In fact, yeah. Once we reload the game, I believe it is, our admirals and whatnot will swap out for the original series uniforms. Oh, and the Borg have declared war on the Zal theocracy. Which are these guys. And the Borg actually seem to be doing well for themselves. So, sucks to be you guys. Out of curiosity, can I get active sensor link? I'll give you my star charts if you give me yours. And I'll slap you guys some energy credits. Put some on the table for you. 43, 10 years. That's probably as long as you'll last. Really, game? They said it was fair. Oh, because they suddenly changed their mind as to what is considered fair. There, I'll give them 70. A little extra. Thank you. I wanted to see the Borg beating the crap out of them. And there we go, got the visiting center. Okay, we've got border control, a module for our spaceports, which will increase migration attraction and give us planet border excursion, or planet border extrusion. Basically pushes out the borders of our planets. Or we could learn how to deal with dangerous wildlife, which I think is a slightly more valuable technology. So we're going to go with dangerous wildlife removal. But now we do have access to the visitor center and visitor district. I don't know why there's two different buildings, but there are. Or at least it makes mention of two different buildings. Are they actually two different buildings, though? No. It does not look like they actually are two different buildings. So, yeah. Okay, game. Whatever you say. Also, First Fleet, if you don't mind, head back to Earth, because, you know, that's kind of your base. I'd kind of prefer for you to be there. Oh, and we've not actually, yeah, we did not finish researching Arcturus. We're serving Arcturus. Go and upgrade those. I think we have the energy credit income to be fine. And surprisingly, the Borg haven't hopped on in. Huh.
We have located the Tachyon nebulous.
Really? Oh. Oh, another pirate base up there. Of course there is. Can never have too many pirate bases. Oh, actually, I've got a mission for you, if you don't mind. Yeah, go deal with that. Okay, go to safety first, game. And I know you're a little bit hard at understanding some of these basic concepts as to how to do that stuff, but you could have easily queued that order up after the escape order. You didn't have to replace the escape order with it. For some reason the game thought it did, but trust me, it didn't. It's just a little bit slow and stupid at times. Okay, Voth Theocracy. Is that these guys down here? No. No, that's probably the Talaxian Republic, I'm guessing. Okay, High Inquisitor Odala. Oh, there's the Voth Theocracy, okay. And the rest of the religious council demands your attention, heathen creatures. We provide spiritual guidance to the Voth Theocracy, and our intention is to lead this great nation on a path to salvation. Do not defile this path with your presence, alien. We greet you in peace. And Talaxians. No, Talaxians are definitely going to be up here, yeah. Well met, alien friends. We are the Talaxian Republic, a nation built on the principles of peaceful coexistence and individual freedoms. Yada yada yada, the usual shtick. Who the hell are these guys then, game? I really am curious. But I guess only I met them. Ooh, mineral extraction. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's go and get that. Don't really care too much about the dangerous wildlife removal. mean, it doesn't really matter which one I upgrade. Okay, that did nothing for us, huh? No event, nothing. G game, thanks. That's helpful. I just wasted 2 months of society research because you decided not to actually fire an event that I'm pretty sure is supposed to fire after that. Oh yeah, that's fine, having them like that. You're almost... I kind of want to go and upgrade this. Yeah, you know what? Upgrade that to a starport. And I like that I can swap it around. I just wish I could set, oh, I don't know, maybe an export policy? Have it export rather than import? But I'll live. There we go. We got some industrial labs. Here we go. So we can go ahead and get Iridium for plus 10% to ship haul points alongside Galicite for plus 25% to FTL speed. Or we can get listening posts. I think it should be obvious which one I'm going to go with, considering I don't generally build military stations in the first place, and technically these are military stations. So we're going to go with the advanced refining techniques. Now, I can upgrade you guys to Industrial Lab 2s. Yeah, I don't think there's a difference. I don't know why the Industrial Lab and Engineering Labs are both there. I think that's an issue of carrying over files from the base game and then modifying them, leading to that bit of discrepancy there. You know, I should probably upgrade some of these spaceports again. Oh, shifting shadows. Why are you going over there? No, Auto Explore. Where the hell were you planning to go?
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Okay, we finished with Arcturus. You are taking your sweet old time to build that mining base.
Station complete.
Kind of want to hold off until we get the industrial scale antimatter production to see what this station power generator is all about. So I think we're going to do that. In fact, I'm going to kick the game up to 3 speed to speed that up.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Research complete.
Let's go and get planetary unification. Ancient warring tribes, historic nations in conflict, now unified at empire. We will not crumble. Okay, that's going to take you a little while to do. Sure, Nausicaans, if you want to come to my world, be my guest. I don't expect you to actually do it, though. Because nobody wants to actually do it. You need to stop hating me, along with the bowling league. Oh, a research agreement with the Denoblians finished. I don't think they really have any tech, though. Yeah, they don't have much in the way of tech for us. Actually, they got a bit of society. I guess we can get that. And you know what? Snack it for 30 years. I don't feel like remaking it with you, and you're willing to do 30 years, and I won't be swallowing you up for a while. And let's upgrade that. Yeah, these things don't add a whole lot of, well, you know, it's partly actually because of the fact that we are in a coalition, so that's taking up some of that. Let's get Galactic Administration. Yeah. So, the administrative needs of a star empire are as numerous as they are complex. We will rise to the occasion. Okay, 6 more months, and then I'll be ending the part shortly thereafter. Bajoran Republic entered into a migration treaty with the Vulcan High Command. You don't want one with me, though. I don't know why. You prefer the Vulcans over me. I seriously don't know why. Now, Governor got the adaptable trait. And a research agreement with the Vulcans ran out. So, let's go and get it back up. Vulcans? God, you don't want to share tech. You really don't. Come on, Vulcans. Aren't we best of buds? That's pretty much all my minerals. Never mind. Let's not do that. Can I give you energy credits? No, you don't want energy credits. Because of course you don't. I'll give you 200. Give me this for 14 years. There we go. That's fine. You don't mind sharing your star charts as well, just to make sure we're all up to date on this. Yeah, that's pretty much all our minerals. I could have gotten the last 4, but it wouldn't have really changed anything, I imagine. Yeah, I've got the least number of ships in our Federation here, although I'm not too surprised. I have not actually had the time to build up my fleet. Plus, it's expensive. Very, very expensive. Because, yeah, I've got destroyers, while the Andorians have mostly patrol frigates along with a single destroyer. The Bajoran League have 3 destroyers and 9 frigates. Or 9 patrol frigates to fill out their little thing. Oh, defensive pact between the Orient Free States and Cardassian Union, which is not fun. To be completely honest with you, it really isn't. Okay, almost there. We're almost going to figure out what this whole station power generator thing is. You see, Kane, you keep saying we detect these strange things in the Sol system. No, we're not. You don't even tell me there's anything neutral there or hostile or anything. So, I'm kind of struggling to believe you there, game. I really am. Okay, and let's go ahead and, you know what, I would not mind getting plasma phasers. They are crap against shields, but they're good against armor. Although I don't think the AI uses a lot of armor in this mod. I think it's mostly shields, so they're probably not the greatest in reality. Let's see. So nobody that I have a research agreement with has the EPS Relay 2. But they do have the militarized warp engine. I'm assuming that's the Andorians probably with that. No. I don't... Do I have one with you? I do. Do you have them? You got the long-range warp engine for basically the civilian warp engine 6, as I tend to refer to it. Yeah, I don't know who actually has the tech, but whoever has the tech... Yeah, somebody has a militarized warp 6 engine. But you know what? No, I'd rather go with the straight up plus 10% Empire modifier to energy weapon damage. And, you know, EPS Relay 2 doesn't hurt. And nope, it's not an actual building. So, or at least not an actual thing that I can build here. Maybe it's a, yes, maybe if I had listening posts or something, I could double those up as well, serving as energy producers. I don't know, I really don't. Because it says it's a building. That's the thing that's weird. Is it says building. So it seems a little strange. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. Maybe there's a tech that in theory you're supposed to research that gives you the option to build basically power generators in space. Space is just a station that's a massive power generator, similar to a Dyson sphere, but it's not really a Dyson sphere, because it's probably not going to be as good in reality. I don't know, I really don't. But yes, that's a building that we researched that we can't do anything with, because if there's a tech technically before it that you're supposed to get your hands on, well, we're not going to get our hands on it more than likely because it's an old tech. And again, the only way we would get it is pretty much to cheat and use the research technologies command, which, push come to shove, if we manage to research all the tech before the end, basically all the actual non-repeatable techs before the end of the game, I'll try it and see what happens. But I don't think we're going to get anything there. But let me go ahead and queue up, well, a couple of these upgrades, although actually you're not the best one to upgrade. Neither are you. You two are the better ones to upgrade. I'm going to drop you there for the extra minerals. I'm going to wait a little bit. I want to try and get these all upgraded, or at least queued up, the ones that are actually manned. I'm at the Galactic Ventaxian Hierarchy. Our citizens greet you in peace. Oh, there they are. That's these guys. Okay. Finally figured out who the hell it was. Which is nice.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Go and upgrade that. And one more that I want to get upgraded. Oh, Noskins. Our research agreement ran out. Mind replacing it. Thank you. Also, trade star charts. And I like that I can actually trade strategic resources in the mod. I hate that you can't do it in the base game. It really is annoying to me. Okay, so I could ask you for minerals, and I think I'm going to. Oh, you don't have a lot of minerals you're willing to spare. But you do have some nonetheless. Also, let's kick this up to the max. There we go. 30 years, take as many minerals as you're willing to share. Which means 198 minerals. It's fine. Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting the monthly, but really no point. So for 30 years, we'll have a research agreement with the Noskins, and they actually got quite a bit of engineering tech that we don't have. And we'll get some free minerals, which is always helpful. And again, encounter in Sol, but it's a load of BS because they're not actually in Sol. They're, yeah, we got a system called Exile. It's oh, I don't really like the look of that. I really don't. We're gonna send the Asimov to go and figure out what the hell's going on over there. Because I am slightly curious as to what the hell's going on over there. Okay, let's go ahead and queue up these last couple of buildings. Go, those have been queued up now. Okay, so that's going to be it for this part. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share. And a reminder that I do have a Discord. I'll have a link to that in the description. I also have a Patreon. If you enjoy the content, it's an easy way to help support the channel. And let's see. Okay. I also have a link, an affiliate link in the description to buying Stellaris via Greenman Gaming. They'll give you a Steam key. For anyone curious as to what kind of key they give you, it's a Steam key. So I'll link to that in the description if you do not own Stellaris and want to pick it up, as well as per usual, a link to the mod in the description. So to finish this off, I'm going to give you guys a piece of Star Trek trivia that Cortana told me. So there are tubes in the original Enterprise hallways marked GNDN, which stands for Goes Nowhere, Does Nothing. Basically, they're just there for show because they said can't really have empty space there. So, yeah. They actually apparently have basically dead tubes, essentially. So, yes. Or dead-end tubes. So, I will see you guys as per usual, in the next episode, which is obviously part 8, which I will be recording next week, because I always record for next week, because it's easier for me. Make sure that I get the episodes every week. So, I will see you guys in the next part, but until then, a goodbye and a farewell. Go ahead and save, and then I'll end the part. So, yes, until next time, goodbye and farewell.